I do tell stories over and over.
Mm-hmm.
So if I told this one, you can stop me. But CW had the vision to start a church in this part of town, and we didn't know what we were doing. We didn't know when or where or what was happening. And his father was in Maranatha. It's a nursing home in Springfield, Missouri, and he was there in the hospital part, and we went to see him, and all of the people in there are Christians because that's where they want to be. It is the Assembly of God. But anyway, we were standing at the foot of the bed and looking up down at his dad, and this little old lady came in, and she was probably not as old as me, but anyway, she was all bent over, and she took hold of CW's arm, and she looked up at him, and she sang, "My grace is sufficient." And
Can you sing it?
I don't know, I think I can't sing anymore. My grace is sufficient for thee. My grace is sufficient for thee. My strength is made perfect in weakness. My grace is sufficient for thee. Anyway, and then she let go of his arm, and she walked out of the room.
Oh, she said, "That's true, isn't it?" Or something like that.
Yeah, that's true. And then she walked out. And so we left a little while after that, and we were talking to each other about...
What did you feel, Mom, when the woman was singing that song?
I was in awe because she just walked in, took hold of his arm, and looked up at his face and sang that. We didn't know what to think. And CW said, well, maybe we're supposed to start the church now. And so we came home, we prayed, and we decided that we were supposed to start the next Sunday in our family room. And so, we just called a few friends. We knew they weren't going to church, and we had service, and there were 35 people came. And the Lord was very, very good. Oh, what happened was the next day, we told Kathy, and she's lived in Springfield. She was going to Evangel. And she said, I'd love to hear that lady sing again. You heard her. And so we went out in the hall. This was the next day. And couldn't see her, of course. We didn't know her name. And then we saw her coming along the side. And you know how in hospitals and those places they have a rail so that people that can't walk well can hold on? Well, this lady was coming, and she was going like this, walking up toward us. And when she got close, we walked over to her and said, hi, thank you for singing to my husband. Would you please sing that song for Kathy? And she just stared at us and kept walking. And I went to the nurse at the station there, and I said, we wanted that lady to sing to us, but she just walked away. And she said, she doesn't know anything. She said, she's a missionary to China for many years, and she's back, and she stays here And that was a miracle. And we never got over it. And Jade sent me that after CW, the magnet to put on the refrigerator. And it is, my grace is sufficient. And I read the chapter, and before it, Paul, it's in 2 Corinthians, the 9th chapter, and he had several revelations from God, and he just, things that the other apostles, disciples hadn't had, and he said, but to keep me from getting puffed up, Satan came to buffet me. Well, whoever that thorn in the flesh was, Paul said, I begged God 3 times to take it away. Whether it was his eyesight or whether it was just a person bothering him, or, you never know what it was. But the Lord didn't take it away. The Lord gave him that scripture. My grace is sufficient for thee. My strength is made perfect in your weakness. Mm. And, I tell you, we've had lots. We were in the weakness part. We didn't have any money and we didn't have any sense. But the Lord used CW. And, we've had a lot of people get saved and filled with the Spirit, and it's been a good journey. And that scripture means an awful lot.